Tom, can you outline the emotional and the financial benefits of having Foxtel?
Absolutely. From an emotional perspective, Chris, and from a comfort level perspective, if I may, we know that when residents are watching Foxtel, particularly the programs and channels that they return to so very frequently, they're engaged, they're focused, they're concentrated, and their mind are often taken off things. Things that might be troublesome for them, things that might be irritating or aggravating them. If they're locked in and focused on content and programming that they love, then that's a great comfort for the residents.
And the family must be appreciative of that mum's not staring at a wall.
They love that, and they love the fact that, let's say, just because mum and dad have moved on to the next stage of their life, they haven't had to leave all that fantastic TV programming that they've loved and grown up with, perhaps. They haven't had to leave that behind because we now provide it for them. It becomes almost a no-brainer for the residents' families. They see the cost advantages available through Foxtel's commercial relationship with the care provider compared to what they might be paying for themselves in their own homes.
And the Foxtel business model is, it is substantially cheaper than what you and I would think about for our own home. You've mentioned figures up to $120 a month to have the full suite of Foxtel that you provide in an aged care home, and that it's approximately a third of that price through your services for an aged care operator per TV.
Absolutely right, Chris. Yes, our commercial pricings are considerably cheaper than you and I could secure in our own lounge rooms, in our own private homes. So that is a big attraction for care providers, because there is an opportunity to take our pricing model, apply a margin, pass that through, and hey presto, a brand new revenue generating stream for the care provider.
From what I understand, many operators are also using it as a marketing tool. So it's featured in brochures and in their advertising and so on, that Foxtel is available.
Very much so. We see that often now on websites, in brochureware, in lots of marketing collateral. We'll be held up as a good reason for mum and dad to consider moving into a residential aged care home.
And you also, the quality of the material, the content, many people wouldn't appreciate. You've got BBC World News, you've got CNN, you've got Al Jazeera, you've got all the sports covered, whether it be Australian sports, international sports. You've also got back catalogues of sport.
Absolutely, we do, Chris, and that's important for during pre-season or the off-season, if you might. So our Aussie rules and our rugby league content is there 24/7, and yes, it's an opportunity for residents to dip in and remind themselves of a fantastic victory many years ago. So that's all there all year round, and it's particularly valuable during the off-season period, when they can go back and reminisce and watch all these old classic grand finals.
And what are the favourite programs? What do people watch?
Oh, well, we just spoke about sport. Sport is a big thing for us, with both male and female, so that's of massive interest. Our movie programming is so diverse that there's something there for all tastes. We've got 11 genre-based movie channels, broadcast 24/7, and like the sports content, all of our movies are also ad-free as well. So none of these constant interruptions, unannounced interruptions that the free-to-air channels burden us with. And
Tom, what are the perennials? What is it that people really want to watch?
Oh, there's so much well-loved content that we provide. It's Coronation Street, it's Emmerdale, it's Inspector Morse, Columbo, Midsummer Murders, it's the David Attenborough Wildlife series. We got so much of that golden oldie content that people still love and return to time and time again.
Tom, Business IQ is a system of broadcasting onto a television the messages from the operator to the residents. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, it's a fantastic tool now whereby the care provider or village operator can communicate directly to the resident in their room on the TV screen. So now they can be addressed individually. When they turn on the TV, there could be a greeting. Good morning, Nancy. It might be Nancy's birthday. You might want to wish Nancy a happy birthday for the day. It's also an opportunity for the care provider and the village operator to remind Nancy of any upcoming appointments she might have. She might have a hairdressing appointment in the on-site salon. She might benefit from a reminder that she has a podiatrist appointment later on that day. So targeted, customized, individualized messaging to the residents that can also be turned into a generic messaging service as well. And you might want to advise everybody in the home or the facility that you're holding a bingo session that afternoon, or there's a movie night, or any sort of activity that might be taking place around the environment. You might want to remind them that you're testing the fire sprinklers or the fire alarms, or there's some roadworks going on outside the front door, and that they'll be finished very soon. Whatever it is, the provider can put up the weekly menu, information on activities that are taking place, dance classes, whatever it is. It's a fantastic information sharing tool and communication tool. If the residents are engaged and stimulated and loving this TV content, their mind is taken off other things that might be troublesome for them. And a great byproduct of that is that the staff can often get on about their roles more efficiently.
My understanding is that once an operator experiences Foxtel, they apply it through all of their organisations because of these benefits, particularly for the workforce.
Absolutely, Chris. Yes, regardless of location, care providers recognise the benefits across the board, and they wish to apply them to all their locations. We know that particularly on occasions where there are world-shifting events, if you like, it might be the coronation, it might be the war in Ukraine, it might be a major government announcement. We know that one of the most trusted go-to sources are our news channels, BBC, CNN, and locally, of course, Sky News. And what that does when these occasions arise, people will gather together in a communal setting and watch these world-shifting events together, usually on one of our trusted news sources.
So we've known each other for 10, 12, 14 years now. Foxtel is established in this sector. It's a mature product. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of locations across the country utilising it. You would say it is now part of the fabric of operating a successful aged care home?
Absolutely, Chris. Yeah, we're a tried and tested, trusted product now within the sector. I'm very, very mindful that new people enter the sector from other industries, and so it becomes a constant message that I need to keep presenting to everybody in the industry. But we are a tried and trusted and valuable, reliable product that makes a good, positive difference to the aged care landscape.